Hey, Dwayne, can you hear me okay?
Hey, yeah, I got you. I hear you.
Hey, thank you very much. Am I getting you from beautiful Ontario?
No, beautiful Florida.
Oh, even more beautiful. Well, congratulations on writing a book and getting it done. A lot of people say they're going to write a book and it never comes out. But in your case, how long did it take to have the book idea, get it written, and get it finished?
Well, it started in 2016, the idea, and then obviously May 11th is the official launch. So quite some time. You're right. There was instances and scenarios, life and all this stuff that comes in that could you know um, could have halted the progress of the book. But thankfully, we were able to keep our focus and maintain. And the writer Brendan Dunlop was able to um, see it through the whole project. So I'm very fortunate to have a guy like him to work with.
Well, that's wonderful again that you finished it. Not to call him out, but the former drummer of Guns N' Roses, his book, I think they've been promising it for 6 years. So you never know when a book is just going to take forever. And by the time you've written the first draft, things have changed so much from when you started saying that there was the book. In this case, was there more to the book that you wanted to add after it was quote unquote finished?
Yeah, there's always things to the book. My life is still growing, still evolving. So there's always things that are happening, and you look back and say, "Oh, I missed this, or I could have should add this person." But overall, I was very happy the way the book was captured, and the way it was well thought out, and the way Brandon again, put together composed the body of work.
Right. Well, sports fans are a unique breed. They're very different from fans of music, fans of movies. And I find that sports fans remember much more than the athletes who are actually in the plays on the field. In your case, did you remember everything or did you have to go back to notes and footage?
No, you know what? I remember everything. I mean, I know I've hit a lot of balls in my career. Had a few concussions, but
Yeah.
thankfully I was able to manage and remember or document the most important things that I valued through my experience. And I really tried to paint a vivid picture to the reader of what it was like for me and my journey.
Yeah. Well, where I'm going with that is as somebody who's part of a lot of press conferences, if you're watching MMA fighters after the fight and they're being interviewed by the other riders, you'll hear riders go, well, in the second round, you had the strong kick. What was going through your mind when you threw that kick? And I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
the guy was not thinking anything. He was just watching it. In your case, I'm sure you're used to a lot of people going, why did you do that on the field? You should. But in your case, you remember all the plays or you just remember the big things?
No, I remember all the plays. I was very detailed. I could really, after a game, I would be going through every play in my mind.
Wow.
Like I didn't have to watch a video. If I'm talking to a player, he goes, "Do you remember this?" And he'll be like, "Wow, I couldn't believe you remember that." I remember exactly how the play unfolded, and it's just, I guess when it comes to a point in an athlete's career is when they embody their whole the game, the environment, everything that it takes to the hours of hard work and training and the focus. Like you said, a fighter will be able to um, to remember a simple kick or a simple move, but it was a trigger of emotion that he reacted on it, and it was such a quick thought. Like a lot of my big moments, people say, well, oh, was it just reaction? It was reactionary, but it was thought out because I actually foresee it happening. So I anticipated
Wow.
um, for it to work in my favor. And I think when you're talking about MMA fighters in particular, they have to do that, right? They have to anticipate because there's a split window of opportunity that you have to capitalize on your opponent.
Well said. Okay. Well, are you like that with anything else? For example, if you watch a movie, are you able to tell all the people in it? Or are you just specific to soccer and what you're doing?
Yeah, a movie, man. I could barely make it through a whole movie, much less. Yeah, like I'm really poor with actors' names and stuff like that. But I think it's just in my craft because I've played it my whole life.
Got it. Well, a lot of athletes are outspoken about what their second best sport is. Like Steve Nash just would never shut up about how he could have been a professional soccer player, and he's always playing soccer. In your case, what's your number 2 sport?
Basketball. Because I could have been a basketball player too. I grew up playing in a select basketball team in Scarborough, my community, with the likes of guys like Jamal McGlure, who was another NBA legend, NBA All-Star. So that was my second sport, and I love track as well, track and field.
Wow. So I guess soccer or football, as the majority of the world calls it, equips
it's
you.
Football.
Well, it's called Major League Soccer, where you played all those years.
I still called it football.
I don't blame you. Pardon the American ignorance right there. So 3 more quick questions, and then you're a free man. And the first one, I really liked an Instagram post that you put up earlier today, where you're talking about how a lot of your elementary school teachers never would have seen you making anything of your life. I'm curious when that first moment of knowing that you proved them wrong was.
Well, again, the community I grew up in was a very tough community, and by no means did I make it easy on my teachers. So a lot of them are rightfully, thinking that, here's going to be another statistic. I think when I mentioned the book, I had some life-altering moments, and I think that's the time when I said, you know what, I got to make a change for the better of my life. And at that point, I decided to pursue something that I thought was more fruitful, more safer. And I would have rather took more risks trying to make it as a footballer than being a street person. And I was watching my friends that took the other option, and I seen how their life turned out. So, I was very blessed and fortunate to make it out of that situation. But by no means, when you're in elementary school, you're just playing sports because you love it. I'm playing every sport. I'm doing everything to in fact stay out the class. And he there's a track meet here. Okay, I'm in it. There's badminton here. Okay, I'm gone. So I would do anything, and it was really sports that really kept me grounded and kept me feeling like I had a place.
Are you from the same town that the reggae singer Snow is from?
Yep. Snow's from Toronto as well.
And I thought he was from Scarsborough as well. I might have that wrong.
Snow is from Scarborough. Snow is from, I don't want to say Glendale, one of those communities, but a lot of great musicians, Weekend, Cardinal Official, Maestro Fresh West.
Yeah. Okay. Good people come from there, not just DeRo. Okay. Well, my last question for you,
and athletes,
is what TV show should we be watching if we need a new show to start? Because everyone's just going to ask you football questions all day long. But hey, you're not watching football all day long. You got to be doing something else besides the family thing and talking about football.
I don't really watch TV, man. It's difficult to say what TV show. I have my own academy. I have a foundation. I started my fund for athletes to teach them how to invest. So I'm really busy doing that, and just I have my headphones, as you see, the book project. So I'm constantly keeping myself occupied. So in terms of a TV show to watch, I don't even know where to begin. Maybe my kids will help more with that, as you can see them in the background. Yeah. But I just you got me on that one. They tell me my friends always tell me, go, have you watched this? Have you watched that? I'm like, dude, I just don't have time. And by the time I sit down and watch the TV screen ends up watching me.
So it's not Ted Lasso. That's not your favorite show on television?
I've heard of it, but no, it wouldn't be that.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time, and really, it's wonderful you got this book done. It's wonderful that you're doing all the charitable endeavors that you're doing, and you're not just the guy that's sitting around going, you know what I used to do. You're pushing the ball forward in every way, so keep it up, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the interview, and thank you for the time.